Let's pivot to cars now, because the luxury arm of Nissan, Infiniti, has actually unveiled a fairly ambitious plan as well to launch 5 locally produced vehicles and triple the car sales when it comes to the Chinese market within the window of 5 years. The chairman and global president Ronald Krueger broke down actually that strategy in this exclusive interview with Bloomberg in Beijing. Listen in.
Infiniti is going to launch another localized model, the all-new QX50. And it's part of our plan to launch 5 new localized models in China in the next 5 years. We call it the Infiniti 5x5 plan. So it's a very big step into an aggressive localization and market entry with new models into China. The first car that we launch is the QX50, which taps into the fastest growing segment in China, which is the SUV segment, the D SUV segment as we call it. Huge growth, over proportional growth. And the new car will give us also potential to not only capture new customers, but also expand our dealer network. So that's why we have chosen this car for the segment. As a next step, we will have some derivatives and then also more SUVs coming. And then we're looking into vehicle electrifications, and this is what we are planning for the China market in the next 5 years.
Can you tell me more about your strategy for new energy vehicles and electric vehicles, and how important is China for that?
China is the biggest single market for electric vehicles at this time. Last year, roughly speaking, 470,000 cars already. We expect that this might double this year already to 1 million electric vehicles, which is amazing. It's amazing growth. Part of it is in the premium segment and part of it is in the overall market. And this is a huge potential that we want to tap into. So we have developed a new platform. We're in the midst of finalizing it. And an example how this platform will look like in a car on this platform is behind me. It's called Q Inspiration. It's a car that has vehicle electrification, and it will be the new platform for Infiniti going forward for all our vehicles being electrified. So with that strategy, we are looking into 50% of global sales and more than 50% of our sales in China being electrified vehicles by 2025.
What are Infiniti's medium and long-term growth targets for the China market?
All our vehicles from 2021 onwards will be either purely electric or hybrid electric. So we will only have electrified vehicles from 2021. And our growth target for China is that we will triple our sales within the next 5 to 6 years.
How does the recent announcement that China will phase out foreign auto ownership limits and also reduce import tariffs on vehicles affect Infiniti's business, and how can you take advantage of that policy change?
Yeah. China being the biggest single market in the world, you need to think long term. And thinking long-term means that you have to build your long-term success on successful partnerships. We have a very successful partnership with Dongfeng, and we will continue to operate in this framework. Nevertheless, we monitor the situation. But at the moment, we focus on launching the new car and localizing this car and the other cars I've mentioned together with our partner.